I guess I'm the flavor. I guess I bring flavor.
Definitely that. The amount of times that I've come up with an idea for this show, and then on the show, I just throw it to you to let you intro it, and that you go, but this is your idea. I think it's like every time.
Every time?
It's every single time. And I'm like, well, you can intro it, so it seems like you did something.
What do you mean? I do things.
Participate.
I really participate in the ideas. You give me good stuff. You give me good stuff. Oh.
And then I bottom out and don't even do the whole thing.
I'm the effort guy. I'm the glue guy.
You don't have to do anything else for the show, so you just do it.
Well, I needed to stay relevant somehow.
It's good. I like the stuff you bring to the table.
I try to be fun. I try to leave the audience looking like that.
No Pichu.
We love a little Pichu.
When was the last time we actually recorded? Do you know?
2 weeks ago. We missed 2 Mondays.
Okay. So it would have been more like... So the recording probably would have been...
It was probably the first Monday in October, I believe.
Okay, well,
Not October, sorry. November.
I can actually look, because these actually have logs. So it would have been October 27th. So last Monday in October.
Yeah.
So where the fuck do you want to start? Because there's a lot, right?
Yeah.
There is one thing I want to talk about.
I think we just end on that then.
Okay.
And then get through whatever there is you want that could be talked about. And then, because I don't really, I'm like, we're so far behind on like the football, and I cannot lie. My way of watching football has been stripped away from me because Father Bays decided to go on a vacation for 2 weeks. So I've had nobody to watch football with and no cable to watch it on. So I've kind of just been box score watching and trying and finding very legal means and way to watch football games because I'm a very good citizen and a great consumer. But I haven't been able to watch everything I wanted to. That ends this week, but you know what I'm saying? Like I don't have the insight to give on these games. I haven't been able to watch all the games.
See, what's funny is within the last 2 weeks, at one point, we had taken the kids to my mom's. And when I came in, the Buccaneers game was on. And I said out loud, did I arrive just in time for another Baker Mayfield legendary comeback? I didn't. They lost. But
yeah. We love the Bake Show.
I believed.
That's all you have. That's all you need.
All you need is
He's the greatest football player of all time.
All you need is belief in Baker Mayfield. So I can ring the cowbell if you have. Are there any games that you want to talk about?
I'll talk about every game. I will bullshit my way through everything, or we could just not.
I want to do the cowbell gimmick.
I do too. So. I'm down. Give me. How far back are we going? Are we going back the full 2 weeks?
I do not want to do the full 2 to 3 weeks worth of NFL games because I just don't.
Okay,
but if there are some games in the past 2 weeks that you watched that you want to talk about, we could do a few. I would love to do a few. Get the cowbell gimmick in there. You know, it's award season.
Why don't we just talk about the Eagles? I'll talk about the Bears. I'll give some highlights throughout the league of other teams in the league. And we'll just talk about them a little bit.
Okay.
Like the teams we care about.
All right. This will massively expose me, but I'm down.
What do you mean massively expose you?
As a filthy fucking casual fan of the Eagles.
I love that. Break up the cowbell!
Welcome to week whatever.
I love the cowbell.
I know the Eagles have won the past couple weeks.
Yep.
The wins don't look good.
Never.
But, we're winning.
The offense is bad. It's really, really bad. Saquon's not getting going. They're not throwing the ball well. And the defense is showing up. The thing that I said they would struggle with, bringing in the people that they've brought in, and the defense is finally learning and locking in. Defense isn't the problem. The offense is not doing what they need them to do. They're still winning games, But you're going to get into February, and that's not going to be the case. Putting up 17 points is not enough to win a playoff game. Putting up 10 points is not enough to win a playoff game. Simple as. Eagles got to figure it out offensively. A.J. Brown has said something about it. I don't know what needs to happen, but something needs to change.
Yeah. I was like, we were a super team coming in the end of last year, putting up an absurd amount of points, and now we can put up 10 against the Packers. Like, we won, but...
Packers lost, so that was...
Yeah, you're welcome.
Everybody like that.
So Jaden Daniels is dead?
Rest in peace to the Commanders, dude. I feel so bad for that team. They needed everybody to stay healthy to be competitive, and that just didn't happen. And then he got hurt on a freak injury that really just, it sucks. I feel so bad for them. It just is. It is what it is. That team didn't fail because of it, the way it was put together. It just, the injury bug got them.
Yeah, 100%. The Buccaneers ran into some actual football teams.
Did they? Or were they cheated? Okay. No, I'm kidding. Baker Mayfield is not enough. There are too many hurt players on that team. And it's really unfortunate. I'm going to give every excuse to Baker Mayfield that I don't give to any other quarterback that I think are bullshit excuses, but Baker's the GOAT, and he shouldn't ever be penalized. But I don't think he's necessarily played poorly. He hasn't played like the MVP like he was the first 5 weeks. But it's just unfortunate. They'll probably still make the playoffs. Probably still win that division. I see it very hard for them to not.
What's going on with the Chiefs?
They're fine. They'll end up being a wild card, and they'll make it to the AFC Championship game. They're going to figure it out. I think the Broncos are fake good. They are not going to do well.
I hear you, and you keep saying that.
Remember, the year you guys won the Super Bowl, last year, Minnesota was 14-3. They lost in the first round.
That's true.
They weren't good. They were winning close games, just like the Broncos are, and when you face good teams at the end of the year, in the playoffs, you lose those games because you are beating bad teams by 1 or 2 points. It's the same reason the Bears will lose in the first round of the playoffs, if we even make it.
What's going on with the second greatest quarterback of all time and the Cincinnati Bengals?
They don't have a defense, and they continue to not have a defense. Joe Flacco can only do so much for you, and then when you go up against a serious team with a serious defense, Joe Flacco just throwing the ball to Jamar Chase 50 times isn't an offense that's going to win you games in the National Football League. And their defense is like all-time horrible. So, rest in peace to Joe Flacco and Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Oh my God. Baltimore Ravens. What's up with the Ravens?
They're slow. They're figuring it out. I think Lamar came back this week, or the last game that they played. Yeah, he came back. He did not look good, but they found a way to win the game. It was against the Browns.
We're the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, they probably should have looked a lot better, but they didn't. Hopefully Baltimore can figure it out and get rolling at the end of the year and go into the playoffs hot.
I have 3 teams left.
Okay.
In my thing. Before I get to the last one, I'll ask you if there's any not mentioned that you want to talk about. But is it over for the Lions?
No. Lions will make the playoffs.
Okay.
Lions are a really good team. They're 6-4. They're a game behind for the NFC North. They'll find a way to make the playoffs. They're a good team.
What about the Buffalo Bills?
They will choke in the playoffs like they always do. They're not good. They're not a good team. They're way too inconsistent. They may win a playoff game, but they come up against the Chiefs that they always lose to, or they run into like any good team in the AFC. But that's the problem with the AFC. I don't see a clear winning team in the AFC. Like there's like maybe the Colts, if you believe in the Colts.
I'm being reminded of other teams I have to ask for.
So like I don't know. NFC I think is the much stronger conference this year.
So I added 2 teams because you reminded me of one of them. The Colts. What's up with the Colts, man?
They're still good. 8-2. They're still winning games. Daniel Jones still looks good. Jonathan Taylor is still amazing. They just you don't win every game. You can be the better team and still lose games. Eagles lost to the Buccaneers last year.
What about the dawn of Khan?
Oh, the
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville Jaguars. I believe in the Jaguars. I think they're going to figure something out, and I think they're going to continue to win games. They're really inconsistent at the moment, just as most teams in the league are this year. Trevor Lawrence is going to hold that team back because like he's supposed to be like the next best thing, like the next greatest thing, and he just hasn't shown it. He hasn't really. It doesn't feel like he's developed since his rookie season. So maybe he gets hot and he figures it out going into the playoffs, but that Jacksonville team is really, really talented. And I wouldn't be shocked if they don't do well or if they miss the playoffs again for us to see Trevor Lawrence on the move.
Before we get to the final team that's in our regular rotation, before we get to them, are there any teams I missed that you want to talk about?
No, I don't think so. I think I talked about everybody.
Okay, so let's talk about your not guaranteed but seemingly inevitable playoff team, Chicago Bears. This team's going to the playoffs. And now, I stand by first round exit, but I think this team's going to end up in the playoffs.
We're at 7 wins, so I'm not going to say we're going to make the playoffs because we could lose out and go 7-10 and not make the playoffs.
That's true.
I don't know if that'll happen.
I say this to pull Tanner's chain because the Bears having a winning record at any point in the season is funny to me because he comes on here and he talks about how bad they are. And I trust Tanner's opinion and his analysis of the situation. But for him to say that while the Bears are 7-3, it is just funny to me. But, like, your next game's looking, you have the Steelers, the Eagles, the Packers. A team that you'll probably beat, then the Packers, the 49ers, and the Lions. So, like, it's hard to say.
I could see us losing all those games.
So that's my point. It's like the only one here that I feel like is a near guaranteed win is the Browns, but also you're the Bears.
Yeah. So I'm looking back at all of our wins, right? Or I just look at all our games. First game of the year, we lose by 3 points to the Vikings. Then we get blown out by 31 points to the Lions. Then we beat the Cowboys 31-14. Then we go on this run of wins after the Cowboys. But we win 2 games in a row. We beat the Raiders and Commanders both 25-24. So that's 2 points.
You were at one of those games.
I was at the Bears-Commanders game. It was very good. Then we beat the Saints by 12. Then we lose to the backup quarterback Ravens 30-16. Then we beat the Bengals 47-42 in a last-second heave down the middle of the field to Colston Loveland. And then we beat the horrible Giants 24-20. And then we eke out another win 19-17. I don't think we're good. I go into every game thinking we're going to lose. And they prove me wrong every time. And that is so frustrating. And I'm happy to say that if I were to amend what I said, the Bears, I did say in the beginning of the year, Bears would make the playoffs. I think out of the Steelers, Eagles, and Packers game, I think we actually win. I think we win 2 of those games. I think we beat the Steelers, and I think we go to Lambeau and beat the Packers. We'll lose to the Eagles. We'll beat the Browns. Then I think the Packers will come to our house and beat us. And then I think we'll beat the 49ers, and I think the Lions will beat us to death again. So I think we'll actually end up with like 12 wins. And I didn't think that at the beginning of the year. I thought we'd have 10. But I can also see the Packers beating us both times, also losing to the Steelers, and then only beating the Browns and finishing the year 8-9. 8-9 or 9-8. And honestly, I think I'm happy with 9-8.
I think it's better than what we actually.
No, I think I said 10-7 at the beginning of the year.
You did, but you
9.
didn't believe it.
I know, I believed it. I was high. Yeah, I don't know, man. We win the games. They're really close. We shouldn't be winning them. We shouldn't. We're a horrible football team, and we should be demoted to Canadian football. But we're not, and we are winning games.
I thought the demotion is the XFL. Oh, wait, what is it? Is it the UFL now?
USFL. I hate.
No, I think it's UFL. I think USFL was the one that merged with XFL to create UFL.
Yeah. Well, we should have to go play in college. We're bad. I don't know. I want to believe in them, but I know they're going to break my heart. It's like I'm going back to this Toxic X that I know we had great times, and I remember that concert we went to, and that cross-country trip, and it was so nice. But I never, ever want to remember the time that she told me I wasn't worth fighting for. And she's going to break my heart, and I know it. But I'd love to just ignore that and enjoy one more little trip. Just for her to tell me she's had a boyfriend the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, odds are you won't go back a fourth time. I cannot wait to get you the hat for the NFC. Is it NFC North? Is that the Bears?
Shut
the
up!
NFC
Don't
North
you? If you buy me this, if you buy me this, I'll burn it. I hate that shit.
It could happen. I don't know if it does, but it could.
Oh my god, I hurt myself.
Because I don't think. It just depends on what Detroit and Green Bay do. Because I think even if. Like, Green Bay could spank you both times, and that might completely jeopardize you guys. But, like, the Lions need to do more than just beat you when they show up.
You know what I really don't want to happen? What? That we beat the Browns, we beat the 49ers, we end up going 10-7, we lose out all those other games. There is a very good chance we don't win the division, we end up the 6th or 7th seed, and then we play the Eagles the first round. That is something I don't want. Because we have to be the worst. Because I think you guys will end up being the 2nd seed. Because I think the Rams are going to keep winning. And I think you guys would be behind the Rams.
I don't know where anything is. I'm going to look up the table.
I want to say that... Are you guys 7-3 or are you 8-2?
We're 8-2. So
are the Rams. So, I don't know. Maybe,
okay. Do we have... Maybe we don't. I don't know.
We'll see. Maybe... Because... First seed gets the bye.
Yeah, we beat the Rams. So does that not mean?
You would have the tiebreaker over them. Well, no, because I think it goes to division wins first. Whoever has the better record within their division, I believe. Then it would go to tiebreaker.
Head to head goes first.
It does. Okay.
So and then yes, it goes to
division wins.
But so like if they hadn't had a head to head game, or I guess if they do, I don't know.
If they didn't have a head-to-head, then it would go straight to the division wins. And then you can have a tie on head-to-head. Because if you were tied with, like, the Commanders, it would go to head-to-head. It would go to division wins.
Yeah. So, there's a list. There was, like, 10 things on that list, but the first one said head-to-head.
Exactly. I think the Rams will end up having more wins than you. Just because I think their division... Well, no, your division's incredibly weak. But...
It is one of those things where when I look at the remaining schedule for the Eagles, in my head, I go... We may not lose another game, but we also beat the Packers by 3 points. So who do
you have left?
Cowboys, Bears, Chargers, Raiders, Commanders, Bills, Commanders.
This is the thing with the Rams. I feel like they have 2 free wins in their division. Like, I don't see a world where the Cardinals ever beat them. Because I think the Cardinals are so bad. You're going to play every team in your division close. Like, the Giants is going to be close. The Commanders is going to be close. I don't think the Cowboys anymore. I think you've played them both. Played both your Cowboys games?
I believe so.
Yeah, so those teams you're going to play close. I feel like the Rams will just stomp.
We have one more. Next week is our second Cowboys game.
Yeah, you'll play all those teams close. They will stomp the Cardinals. If they have any more Cardinal games. I don't know their schedule like that.
They do. But... I did just pull up their schedule so I can give you the games that the Rams have left. Yeah. They have Buccaneers, Panthers, Cardinals, Lions, Seahawks, Falcons, Cardinals. So they both are Cardinals games.
I would say the Seahawks games. The Seahawks game will be hard, along with the what was the one before the Buccaneers, or no?
They have Buccaneers. They also have Lions on their schedule.
Lions could go either way, but I think they're better than the Lions, so they should beat the Lions.
Yeah, like they have on my assumption they have at least 3 free wins there because I just expect the Panthers to not play well.
Yeah.
Falcons, I don't know like that. They have a pretty bad record. So
they have a couple of really walk through the park games.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the Rams will end up being the 1 seed. I think you guys will end up being 2, and then if we play in the first round, we'll be devastated. Because I really don't.
Well, I don't know, because I feel like we have...
I don't want to redo the double doink.
It's us. But it's us. Because I feel like we have 4
this is the
guaranteed wins.
They look dominant. Like, their offense is clicking on all... Like, you're not.
Yeah, and then, like, and I agree with that.
It's just is what it is. They look like the best team in the NFL.
Yeah, because, again, like, in my head, Bears, Raiders, Commanders should be a walk in the park. We also probably shouldn't struggle against the Cowboys, but we'll beat them by 1 or 2 points, or we'll lose out in the last second, and it will be devastating, and Philly will burn because we lost to the Cowboys. Like,
I'll tell you this: you don't want. You're probably gonna want to lose to the Bears, because if you beat us, and then we play you in the playoffs, I think we beat you. I really do.
You're not a good team. Chill out.
We're not a good team, but as much as I think we are horrible, they love that coach. Everything I see coming out of the locker room, we are bought into this guy. We like him a lot. I don't. I think he's a fucking clown. But they love him. They get hyped for him, so you see, he's got a little bit of Dan Campbell in him where you want to like run through a wall for him. So we'll see. It'll be a fun weekend.
Thanksgiving weekend.
I mean in the playoffs, but yeah, that too.
Yeah.
And that's all. Yeah, that's the Black Friday game. I think.
Friday game, yes, it is.
That's gonna suck. But I got one of my buddies from work is going to that game. I cannot wait to call him talk shit if we win.
I kept looking at ticket prices. It did not happen.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wouldn't it be fun if me and Tanner went to the Bears and Eagles games? But oh my god.
Yeah. I can't wait. If we win, I'm calling and be like, Bear down. Hang up.
Da Bears.
Da Bears. All right. What else do we got?
This feels extremely untopical, but I just want to talk about it because it consumed my life for a week.
Is it wrestling?
No.
Thank God.
It can be.
No.
What is definitely since 2001, potentially longer, the greatest World Series.
Here we go. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Tanner was correct. Tanner was right. Just want to take my flowers.
I am going to say something
But he's going to hate
that's going to get clipped. And I'm going... It's not because no one listens to the show. But it would get clipped, and it will make me upset that it will circulate around the internet. But thank God for the LA Dodgers, man. Do you know why last year's World Series was bad?
Because it was the Yankees.
It was the Yankees and it was the Dodgers. And no one cares. The minute you put another team into that situation... The Dodgers are such good supervillains of the MLB that the Blue Jays just... Now, I want to be clear. As easy as it is to blame some stupid stuff at the end of the game to, like, be like rules crunching or whatever.
Yeah.
The Blue Jays had a million chances to lock that series
Yeah.
and win and be world champions. And they didn't, and it is what it is. But God, was every game not the most
amazing.
high intensity...
I cared about baseball.
It was
like,
so...
let's go!
That last game, I was at
Did it go
work.
to the 10th? What did it go to?
Went to the 11th.
11th.
I was at work watching it. And it was just... The stuff happened that tied it up, and I went, I am not sitting in this lobby. Because it was past 11. It was time for me to go home. I'm not sitting in this lobby until this game ends. Because if this game goes 18 innings, I'll never hear the end of it that I didn't come home until fucking 3 a.m. because of a baseball game. I rushed home the minute the final out of the ninth happened and we were going into extras. I rushed home and managed to get home on time before the first half of the
I love that.
over.
Oh my gosh.
This World Series, for the first time, I can say in a long time, felt like these were the two best teams in the MLB facing off to prove who's better.
Yes, sir.
Fair play to everyone involved. I'm so sorry, Toronto.
I'm not.
This felt like the Dodgers actually earned a win, which is crazy to say. That lockout's coming.
The lockout's coming.
The lockout's coming. Even if, like, we all liked to say that the Dodgers losing would prevent the lockout. Let's not sit here and act like the Blue Jays are also not one of the top spending teams. Like, it's fun to treat the Dodgers like they're the big bad and, you know, we're going to take down the big evil villain. because that is fun, but like a lot of the teams that make the playoffs are the big spending teams,
yep.
which probably aren't as much of the problem as the underspending teams. But if a rule fixes
you want to be for real, that is the issue.
Oh yes, absolutely. I saw the chart recently, and the bottom 10 spending teams infuriate me. And here's why it infuriates me, Tanner.
Oh God, hit me.
The chart was percentage of revenue spent. So it was, here's the amount of money that this team generated, and here's how much they spent on players. And the fact that the Pirates, it was in like the 30% range.
And that's low.
That's incredibly low.
Yeah.
It's like anything under, I'll give one team a pass on this, and I'll explain why. Any team under 50%, it's like, what the fuck? I give Baltimore a pass because theirs was like 49.9%. Like, it was literally...
Right there.
Right there. But, like, how... And I know the answer. When I go, like, what are you even spending money on? I know the answer. They're not. Or it just goes right to the ownership or whatever. Because then it's the teams you expect to be at the bottom. Yeah. It's the Pirates. It's the Athletics. It's...
Rest in peace, A's.
Like, is it a little unfair that because of the way that the Dodgers are corporately structured, they don't need to turn a profit so they can just burn money? It's a little unfair, but in the end, according to their last season numbers, they still made more money than they spent on team contracts. So, like, now not everyone's going to be able to generate the contracts that they do, and there's a couple of other unfair things happening behind the scenes. But all of this, if you go through the list of 30 teams, more than half of them have star players that they're paying a lot of money for.
Yeah.
Because you just pay. You just pay. Like, and it seems so weird to say. You just pay. You pay the money. Because if you pay the money and you win the games, attendance will be up, money will be up. Like, it's the feedback loop that all sports go through. The Flyers have shit attendance right now because the Flyers are bad.
Yeah. As most Philly sports teams.
As half, should I say half? I think half. As half the Philly sports teams are.
No, all of them. When they're bad, nobody shows up.
Oh, okay.
Because they're fair weather fans.
I thought you meant...
No, not in the current...
Yeah, the current
not the current
quality
climate,
of the teams.
In just in general.
Just in
the being of who they are and how pussy they are to not go to games because their team isn't good. Yeah. They are horrible fans. What are we talking about?
I took a pot shot at the Flyers when I was talking about attendance tied to win-loss records.
I would never take a pot shot at anybody.
I would. The Flyers,
I only speak facts.
The Flyers suck. They're so bad. It's funny.
And their uniforms are bad.
They're fine.
And that's bad.
Okay. I saw a tier list about alternates in NHL, and it made me very angry because Seattle was ranked really low, and I really like Seattle's alternates.
Seattle always is just peak.
Someone threw up in the pit at the Water Parks concert last night.
Nice.
Yeah, that was something. I hate Water Parks concerts, which are a shame because Water Parks puts on such a good show. There's just
what?
A good contingent, like half of their fans are like just a bunch of pick-me girls.
Oh no.
And they, I swear, have never gone to a non-water park show in their life. Because there are things that happen at water park shows where they try to like dictate stuff, and not water parks, but like the fans try to dictate stuff, and it just doesn't happen anywhere else. Just like people don't print out signs that say mosh pit start here and try to dictate where the mosh pit starts for some reason.
I feel like that's there's certain things that happen at a concert that that are, it's like a spirit in the wind. It like takes over and it just happens wherever it happens.
Yeah.
There's some things that you can't force.
There's kind of like a general idea that this is going to kind of be in the center closer to the stage, but like, so, like, here's the problem.
Oh my God.
I'm going to get into
how do we get on this tangent?
I'm going to get into because I'm upset. I'm going to get into the physics here.
The physics?
When a pit happens,
okay,
the people who don't want to be in the pit will form the walls and will spread out. This will create space for people who want to be in the pit can get in the pit. Whether that's they want to brave it just to get closer to the stage, whether they actually want to do pit stuff, whatever. I'm not really want to be there. Every once in a while, I'll get... It'll hit me and I'll be like, fuck it, let's go. But, like, majority of the time, I'm not. Here's what happens at a water park show. Someone makes this stupid sign, and they take it with them, and all of the other pick-me's who only go to water park shows decide, we now need to be where the pit is going to be. Fun fact, that's almost never where the pit ends up being. If it is, it's like the back end, like last night. Like, and I told someone this, it was like, that's not even where it's going to be. It's going to be in front of them, because they are not close enough to the stage yet. Here's what happens. The people who go to concerts, who normally are going to form the pit, they're not moving because we're waiting for the concert to start. So all of these people are rushing into the center area and no one's moving. So everyone ends up locked. And then you have people still trying to muscle past where there's nowhere to go. I yelled at some girls last night. It was a whole thing.
Oh, shit.
Well, because then next to me, I have 2 kids. I have 2 kids with their dad. They're like elbowed into my sides.
Oh.
They're fine. They're fine. They're here. They're fine. They clearly just don't have any space to move around because of what happened. And someone's trying to push me into them to get past. They're just like, well, we want to be in the pit. What pit? No one's playing music. They're not even on stage yet. There's no pit.
Not to crash out.
When a pit starts, and I pointed, because there's this guy who was, for the opening acts, was the back of the pit. He would come back to where we would form it and be like, he's not going to be in the pit. When it starts, or when a pit song starts, which I would argue Water Parks doesn't have any pit songs, but let's not get into that now. When a pit song starts, he's going to come back to where I'm at. And then there will be space, and you guys can rush past. Please don't run over these kids. Please don't elbow strike me in the back. You can put your arm up on my back to let me know that you're there, and I won't back into you, I promise. But, like, don't, because that's another thing that happens in some of these shows. People, to show you that they're there, will go, it's like, don't hit me. Put your hand on my back. You, like, touch me. You can touch me. Let me know, like, respectfully, in the shoulders. Don't.
With consent.
Yeah, with consent. Like, it's fine. But, like, at the shoulders, or, like, the top of the back. Don't go under the belt. That's not cool.
Hey, yo.
It's like, let me know you're there, and I won't back into you, I promise.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. I go to shows. I know what I'm doing. All right? You'll be able to go around me, get past me. Like, I prefer you not cut between me and my girlfriend, but, like, shit happens. And you'll get to go in the pit and do whatever it is you do in a pit at Water Park shows, because Water Parks doesn't play heavy music. I don't know what we're doing in the pit. We're summoning Garfield. That happened at one point.
Summoning Garfield?
They summoned Garfield.
I don't think you need to explain that.
They were doing water bottle flips. Someone threw up.
I hate kids.
That was fun. So,
I hate the next generation.
COVID ruined concert etiquette.
Facts. COVID ruined a lot of etiquette.
But, yeah. It's a shame that Water Parks, the band, puts on such a good show because it's like that at every Water Parks concert.
Say, thank you for teaching us the physics and dynamics of mosh pit culture. Zach DeGrasse Tyson.
It's all about density, man. You know what's funny? You definitely was making a very good, by the way, Neil deGrasse Tyson reference. For some reason, I pictured me as a grass-type gym leader when you said it.
Zach DeGrasse Tyson.
Zach DeGrasse Tyson.
I love that for you.
The Pokemon pill hasn't stopped, and it's a problem.
I know. We are locked in. You are locked in. Well, do we have anything else before we get into the fun stuff?
I complained about concerts. I mentioned Pokemon. We talked about sports.
I think that could be it, and then...
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully this episode can go out in a timely manner.
Well, things happen, man. Nobody's upset. Like you said, nobody listens to this show, so it doesn't really matter.
One day I want to make that joke, and it's going to be the episode that actually breaks out. You remember when that randomly happened with the last show?
Yes.
That one of the episodes just randomly...
Just exploded.
And then we...
It was the draft episode, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it the first draft? Yeah.
It was the other draft.
The other draft, yeah. It just exploded for no reason. That was cool.
And then we did like 3 more episodes and stopped.
Let's not talk about it, alright? We'll move on.
Oh.
Move on and move up to better and more positive pastures.
Hell yeah. Now we answer to a board of directors that totally isn't just me.
What?
It's not.
I know it's not.
It's not at all. The board of directors of Cosmic M are very secretive.
And white.
Probably. I've never seen any of them. They just email me.
Never mind.
But I'd assume so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably mostly owned by BlackRock. Yeah.
I don't get this reference, but yes, funny.
BlackRock is a mega corporation holdings company that holds, like, has ownership over a lot of things.
Oh, jeez.
Like, that's an actual joke.
Oh,
It's like a joke that I might have to cut because of, like,
That's me being non-worldly.
Yeah.
If it doesn't happen in my swamp, I don't know what's going on.
It probably does happen in your swamp.
Probably.
They probably own the brands that they sell at your swamp.
Oh, thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. We're behind, but never... We're behind, but always thinking ahead.
Yeah, I'm now going to find a musical soundbite or something that is related to what we're doing next to play to transition us from this segment to the next.
This is all going to be one episode? How far are we?
Shit, maybe. I don't know, man. We'll figure it out.
Oh, we're only at 41 minutes. I feel like we've been recording a lot longer than that.
Well, we recorded the dummy intro for the other
Oh,
one.
yeah, that's why. Okay.
And there was talking, like there always is. There's tea
always
time,
some
like...
bullshit.
We did a thing. Welcome to the past.
Welcome to the past. Dun, dun, dun,
This is
dun,
not
dun,
one of
dun.
those episodes.
Oh, it's not? Oh, my...
I mean,
Stop playing with me,
it
man.
kind of is, but it isn't. Like, this isn't we don't know when this is going to release yet, and I have to figure out when I'm going to put it out. We know vaguely
Okay.
when this is going to be. This is still considered a topical episode, so it's not...
It's always topical.
It's not a welcome to the past. As fun
Welcome
as,
to our future.
Like, that's one of my favorite bits, though, is the welcome to the past. Because it is always the past, so, you know.
Technically.
This isn't live.
What's really real? Because technically there's going to be more people listening to this than there are people participating. So who's real? Who's more real, them or us?
That's not even necessarily true. Especially if you count all the people that had influence on the actual project part. I don't
No, everything is done by myself.
No, because now we're going to ask a genuine question about this.
Okay, hit me.
How many people would you say helped you on the Smash Unlimited?
That's my idea one, right?
Yeah, the one that is like the Smash game that represents everything and everyone.
I had most of the roster made, but I would say 2 other people helped me.
Okay. So it's
But
close.
I didn't use most of their ideas. It was mostly mine, and they tried to convince me of other things, and I said no. But on that whole 50-man roster, I think I would give them like 2 or 3 names, and that's it.
So it's probably a lot closer than you think it is as far as people participating versus people listening. Because, like, that episode has 8 plays now.
Love that.
But I don't know. Because the episodes have really weird things where, like, 2 people might listen to them on the day of release and they will slowly gain ground later.
Hey, whatever works.
Like the Pokemon Mega Tag Battle.
I love
one of
it.
my favorites that we've done.
I love that episode.
Got, like,
so upset.
over the course of the first week it was out, got, like, 5 listens or something. And then over the next week got nothing. And then, like, randomly the other day 2 people listened to it.
Yeah, I listened back to that episode and it drove me up the wall. I had to stop in the middle. All right, are you ready to? Are you gonna intro this?
Oh, God. How does
Just
one-
intro. It's your idea.
But they're all my ideas.
Yes, sir. They are all your ideas.
It's like Marvel. Any idea you come up with is still my idea.
Yep.
It's the contract you signed. You gotta read
I
it.
know. I have no talent. I have no ideas. I am just here to do what is put in front of me. I am put it in the trough and I'll slop it up.
So we spun a wheel a few episodes
Yes,
ago.
we did, and that was fun.
It was. I have no idea what episode the wheel was spun in. It's one of the ones that isn't
Needs
out
to
yet
be, yeah.
that will be put out. So I have to make sure that that's included in the episode.
Yeah.
So it might legitimately feel like a
Welcome
week
to the
a
past.
week to week. Yeah. Well, maybe kind of. It'll feel like a week to week. It won't feel like the 3 weeks that it's actually been for us because it'll be.
Yeah.
But spun wheels. We got sports. We make sports leagues based off sport.
And your sport was?
I got dodgeball, which was.
Did you?
Yeah.
Buddy, I don't think you did.
Did though.
Did you listen back to it? I swore you had paintball.
No, I'm pretty sure it was dodgeball.
I'll defer to you, but I really don't think you did.
I'm going to tell you that I did it. Now, I do know that I did 2 of the spins.
We redid your spin.
We did.
But you didn't take the redo. You did your first, and I just wanted to see what else you would have got. I would have swore you got paintball. I could be wrong, though. It could have been dodgeball.
Either way, I'm doing dodgeball because that's the one I made. And, oh, maybe you're right because dodgeball is still on here and I would have taken it off. You may be correct and I may have fucked up.
Yeah, I was pretty positive, man.
So I will take the L and just say that you're correct. However, I made a dodgeball one.
What a great idea you had.
I wrote down dodgeball. That's crazy.
I could still be wrong. But you could go back and listen to it.
I do think you're correct because...
Can you say that one more time?
I do believe that Tanner is correct because paintball's not listed anymore, but dodgeball is, and whenever one was taken...
And lacrosse is off.
Yeah, lacrosse is off because they would have been eliminated. So, I do just think you're correct. So, I'll take the element.
That's so funny.
So, in case it wasn't clear enough from how the recording is, yes, I 100% rolled paintball. If you can hear it in the last episode, you can hear it here. I 100% confirmed rolled paintball, not dodgeball. I don't know why I put dodgeball in my notes. I tried to make it funny by adding myself, but it was paintball. I apologize. Tanner was right. I'm not making a separate soundbite for him. He's heard it enough by this point. You could honestly probably take what I did and just say that it's paintball, and it probably works.
Yeah, probably.
Because I don't actually think I did anything too crazy or specific. It makes some of these a lot funnier. I could have made a lot more jokes had I known what I was doing from the beginning.
That is really funny. Oh my gosh. That's not right.
So how does this work then?
No, don't tell me it destroys everything.
All right. It does not destroy everything. I need to think a little bit on how the game works.
Do you want to push it till next week? We can, if you want to redo it.
No, because you're going to do yours, and by the time that's over, I would have figured out what little thing. Because the skeleton of mine stays. It can stay. Okay. There's not that much difference that happens. It's just a bit of the actual. Because I had worked out how a professional dodgeball game works, so I just need to look up a couple of things and see how that's functioning, and it's fine. You go ahead and start yours. Which one did you get?
I got lacrosse.
You did lacrosse. Yay!
They did lacrosse.
We like lacrosse.
I would say I want to welcome you to the National Lacrosse Championship, the NLC. I made a little kind of logo.
Shout out, by the way, to the NLL and the PLL.
I'm happy I didn't go with NLL. Yeah. I almost went with the National Lacrosse League, and I was like,
you just didn't know that is the name of the.
I didn't look up anything. I didn't want any standing thing to influence what I wanted to do. I wanted everything to be an original idea.
Yeah.
I looked up nothing.
Yeah. So
I've been to one lacrosse game. Anything I learned from that's how I understand the game to work.
Yeah, and that is the NLL. That is the one that you went to. So yeah, NLL is the indoor one, Philadelphia Wings, and then the PLL is the Premier Lacrosse League. That's the outdoor lacrosse one. So you might have seen those. That actually influenced how my thing is set up because of some stuff that I will explain when we get to mine. That stays. That kind of stuff stays because it still works.
Okay.
So go ahead.
So I came up with a 20-team league.
Okay.
I believe I made sure that that there was no double in a state. There's no two teams in a state. I also thought it would be funny to not do all major capitals or cities and to do some smaller because it's a weird sport. It's not a major 6 sport, so some of these teams are very funny. My first team, coming out of D.C., we have the Washington Redskins. Their mascot is a potato, and they enjoy playing lacrosse in the DMV. So I went with the Washington Redskins. No relation.
No relation to what?
Who?
No relation to what?
Who are you related to? What are you talking about?
I don't know. You said no relation.
I didn't say anything. Next, I have the Cinnamon Sentinels, coming from New Jersey.
Okay.
Next is our team out of Michigan. I have the Flint Pipe Layers. After that, we have our team from Canada, which is the Toronto Lacrosse Club. which is abbreviated to TLC. So every time they score, the song "I Don't Want No Scrubs" plays. And when they make the playoffs, or when they miss the playoffs, they play throughout the stadium. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Next, coming from Idaho, we have the Boise Boys. Pennsylvania, Philadelphia got a team. It is the Philadelphia Greased Lighting, and their mascot is a greased light pole. Next, we have our first corporately sponsored team coming out of Colorado. We have the Denver McNuggets, brought to you by McDonald's. From Nevada, we have the Boulder Holders. Their the badge for their club is just rocks in socks in the form of a lacrosse club. Next, we have Manchester United from Vermont. Manchester, Vermont. Mm-hmm. Next, we go to Arizona, where we have the Tombstone Outlaws. That's good. Then we go to New Hampshire with the Berlin Blitzkrieg, getting a little flavor, European flavor. Next, we go to California, finally bringing a team back to Oakland. We have the Oakland B-Boys. B-Boys are breakdancers, which was very big in Oakland at one point. Just a little knowledge there for you.
Yeah, there is a team called the Oakland Bees, but I'll allow it.
But we're the B-Boys.
Yeah, I got you.
We don't care about the Oakland Bees.
I care a little bit about it.
We go to Washington, where we have the Seattle Supersonics.
Of course, yeah.
Just, they need to be back.
Somehow.
We finally get to our New York team, and it is just called the New York Boroughs. In the stadium, every different section of seating is a borough. You have the Queens section, the Brooklyn section, the Bronx section, Massachusetts section, which is your high, this is where your box seats are and all your high-end, this is the corporate seating. And then there are two massive blockers between this last section, and that's the Staten Island section, because it's an island separated from the other boroughs. It's separated from the other sections. They're usually much cheaper in price.
So did you mean Massachusetts or did you mean Manhattan?
Manhattan, that's what I said. I knew what I meant, and I just misspoke.
Okay. I didn't know if you were doing a bit, so I didn't want to interrupt.
No, I meant Manhattan, not Massachusetts. My apologies. And then I have Chicago. It's called the Chicago Breeze, because they are the Windy City. And their mascot's just a little wind guy who just dances. He loves to dance.
I like that one.
I wanted to do Texas, but I didn't want to do one of the major towns in Texas.
Oh boy.
So we have the Arlington Aardvarks. I think a little anthropomorphic aardvark would be cool.
Do you know why that's funny?
Why is that funny?
Because Arlington has two major sports teams that just say they're from somewhere else. Okay, technically the Texas Rangers don't claim a city, but they're in Arlington.
But
and so are the Cowboys.
I just didn't want to do Dallas or Houston.
Yeah.
Next, now we have some very creative ones that I really enjoy. I wanted to get to Florida. I didn't want to do Tampa, and I didn't want to do Miami.
Okay.
I did the Cape Canaveral Cosmos.
Okay.
Because that's where we shoot the rockets out of to go to space.
That's good.
So I thought that made sense.
Yeah, I like that one.
Next, I went to New Mexico. I have the Los Alamos Atoms, because that's where we tested the atomic bomb. Was in Los Alamos.
Okay.
Next is the Sandusky Rush, home to the amusement park with the most roller coasters in the world, Cedar Point. Rush, adrenaline, theme park.
Yeah.
Just makes sense.
It does.
And then finally, with our team from Massachusetts, I originally had a team called the Boston Tea Party. I have swapped them out with the Salem Witchcraft.
Okay.
And those are our teams. How the league works is that it's a 20-team league split into 4 sections based on the previous year's performance. So the only year that this doesn't apply to would be the founding year, where everybody will just draw numbers, and that's how the league will be set. But going forward, the league is split into 4 sections based on your previous year's performance. There's no divisions, and there's no conferences. Every year, and okay, you play 3 teams from each one of their sections. So there's the top 5, then your second 5, third 5, and then your bottom 5. You will play 3 teams from each section where they placed the previous year.
Yeah.
So you'll have 12 games a year. You accumulate points based on the results. 3 points for a win, a point for a draw, 0 points for a loss. After league phase ends, teams are put into a 12-team playoff determined by points and degree of difficulty in their wins. So, if two teams end the year with 18 points, but one team won all their games against the bottom two divisions, or sections, and then have one win against the second highest section and no wins in the top, but the other team has 18 points and they have 2 wins in the top section, one in the middle, and then one in the other two, or whatever. However many wins you need to make 12, they will be a higher seed because they've beaten stronger teams. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how that, and then the bracket works like the NFL, where the top seed will always be placed against the lowest seed going into the next round. There are no byes. Your 1 seed plays your 12 seed, 2 plays 11, 3 plays 10, 4 plays 9, 5 plays 8, and then 6 plays 7. 6, 7, sorry. And then every round, excluding the final championship round, is a 2-legged affair. You get a home game, and you get an away game, and at the end of the second game, you can just be done. Say you win the first game 3-2, and then you win the second game 1-0. You won the series 4-2. But say you win the first game at home 2-0 or 2-1, and then you lose the next game 1-0, you would lose. Because I'm implementing away goals rule. If you score away, it's worth more than a goal scored at home. So you could, so say, like I said, you win at home 2-0 or 2-1, and then you lose away 1-0. They would win because you both have to. It would be 2-2, but they got an away goal, so they would advance. Now, say if you still split on away goal, say it's the same thing, 2-1 one way and then 2-1 the other way. Then you go into a period, golden goal period. Next person to score wins. And then you get to the championship. The championship will always be held at whoever won last year. That's where the championship will be held. Yeah. I think that would be cool to like encourage dynasties and beating the team, and gives them like, we've won before. I have the advantage. And then if they don't make it, it's about knocking off the guy, and then just imagine you're there in the championship and you take the trophy down off of their stand and you take it home with you. Yeah. That's what I imagine. And just like there's no home and away, right? Because sometimes it'll be a neutral zone, sometimes it won't. Technically, like say if like the team tries to go back to back, right? At the end of regulation, if it's tied, it immediately goes into the golden goal period. Immediately. And then that's how the league works. I was inspired based off of kind of how the Champions League works now in European soccer, mixed with a little bit of the NFL, and then old school like FA Cup draws with the golden goal and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
I really like the idea of the championship is held at the previous champions every time, because I think it's the exact same thing. I think it's really the idea of having a dynasty who's gone back a couple of years, and then some plucky team gets in there and literally takes it from them.
Yeah, that's I thought that was perfect.
Yeah, that's really fun.
That only doesn't work for the first year. Just pick a neutral site between the two.
Pick a neutral site or do a roll or a bid or something. There's ways to figure out where to hold something. A few other notes is it's funny that you picked a lot of smaller places just because the actual NLL does that. Like one of the teams was in Albany, New York. I think that was the one that just recently moved. I
tried to come up with a little thing for everybody.
Yeah, you really. At least half of them were memes.
They really weren't. There was a really bad team that I had to get rid of. It was another California team, and my thought was every time you come up with like one of these new leagues, a celebrity's involved. So at one point, I had the Los Angeles LeBrons. And just to say that LeBron just bought into lacrosse. I had a couple other. Like I talked about the Boston Tea Party. Oh, and then I wanted to. I had a team in Alabama because there's like no teams in Alabama. I had the Greenbow Grannies, but I don't think anybody would want to be a granny. They would do horrible at free agency.
I did think about Alabama when I was looking at mine.
I was looking. I couldn't figure anything out.
It was like do like some Montgomery nonsense.
Montgomery.
Yeah, really liked the Cape Canaveral Cosmos.
Isn't that so cool?
That one was really fun. That one hit me. That one felt like a side hook just because you hit me with a bunch of memes and then hit me with just a really good one. Like, there was the moment of, it was one of those I don't know what I was expecting, and then you started rolling, I'm like, oh, okay, here we are. We're doing this.
Yeah, I tried to cook, but I tried to also have fun.
Yeah. I just think that your one-cut team would have fit in that.
What?
What? The one you told me off air.
What, the Detroit team?
Yeah.
They have too many sports teams.
But Philadelphia doesn't. Or New York.
Well, that's fair. That's a fair point. I just really like the idea of the greased lighting.
I think you can change it and do just greased lightning.
No.
Okay.
It's very deliberate.
Well, I know that. But yeah, no, I really like it. I like the playoff structure. I don't know how I feel about away goals counting more, but it's interesting.
They did it in Europe for like forever.
Okay.
Yeah, they only just stopped doing it because they changed the way the Champions League works.
I also think your, not divisions, but divisions, for lack of a better term, being decided by ranking like that, I think is also really interesting.
It makes it so you could play more teams.
Yeah.
Because like there will be years and like certain like where teams just don't play.
Yeah.
I want it to be that like you could. I don't, and I also I don't like the thought of like divisions just automatically those are your rivalries. I want it to kind of be like feel more like organic how the rivalries are made.
Yeah. So I like. Again, I don't really know how I feel about it, but like I think it's an interesting idea. It's something, you know, sometimes you get those ideas that are put forth and you're like, that's not going to work. It's not that. It's to where like, okay, like I feel like I need to see this work a little bit because I feel like it could or it could not. But there's a lot of ideas like that where it's just. It feels like it's up in the air. So, but I'm into it. I like the ideas.
Thank you.
I don't know how the teams with the memes would feel. The cities.
They would like what?
But
I will tell you, the Cincinnati Bengals, the Oakland A's of this league is definitely the Boulder holders. Nobody's coming to Boulder. Nobody wants to be a holder.
So. I definitely didn't do that. I did just pick major cities. I think states were repeated twice. 3 times? 3 times. There were a couple of times where I specifically avoided it, but then didn't. Because I took a very analytical approach.
Oh,
I took if I was actually starting a league, what would I need to do to get this league to survive a little bit of time? And then if it explodes, then we can do something more, not more proper, but like, to be honest, weirdly enough, because I mentioned them, I took a lot of inspiration from the Premier Lacrosse League because they operate their league in a very specific way that is not as expensive as the National Lacrosse League, for example. So it takes a sport that doesn't have a lot of attention, that might not have that attendance that your bigger sports do, and gives it a chance to survive to get to that point. And if you get to that point, great. If not, you just keep doing this sort of thing. So I settled on 24 cities, 24 teams, and I broke them up into 4 divisions. There's no real conferences. There's kind of a conference, but not really. There's at no point a settled conference. It is just these 4 divisions because they're directional. There's a north, a south, an east, a west. This is just to group the teams together because how I'm going to do it is we're going to take 6 or 7 weeks out of the year, a 2-month period, and every weekend we're going to play.
Okay.
And instead of us traveling for, not that we're not traveling for every game, but instead of us teams traveling to different cities in a way that something more traditional works, each week is going to have a selected city, and all the
And
teams
all
are
the
going
games are there.
Yeah. So
Okay.
kind of, but not really. When you're doing this, you want to think divisional split. So there's 4 cities on any given weekend that are doing it. One in the south holding the south games, one in the east, one in the north, one in the west. So, and in this way, as you're going through, we're essentially doing 4 round-robin tournaments.
Okay.
Each team plays each other at least once. 3 points if you win, no points if you lose, 1 point if you tie. I don't know how you tie in paintball. The game stuff I'm still a little bit wonky on, but if somehow there's a way to tie, which I assume that there's some wonky way to tie, you get 1 point. I'm not expecting to see ties. It is what it is. And then your 6th week, because when you have 6 teams in each division, which is how it works out, and you do a round-robin tournament, you can do it in 5 weeks. The 6th week would be a kind of all-star game rematch, deciding if there's ties, who comes in first, because you need that for playoffs, or who comes in second, comes in third, comes in last. Doing a bit more housekeeping, or just run some fan votes to do some extra games and have a good time. So that way we're not leaving a city out. Because it's 6 cities in each division. If you do it round robin, that's 5 cities, then that. Now, originally, I had the championship tournament rotating between the 4 big cities in each region, which is, I think I have New York, Dallas, LA, Chicago. Just because that's what makes sense. They're not my favorite cities, but they're
probably the biggest in those sections, yeah.
Like, you can maybe argue that there's a better one in the South maybe than Dallas, but
no, you can't.
There's no arguing.
It's Dallas.
Yeah, like there's really no arguing New York, LA, or Chicago. Those are the 3 biggest cities.
If you were to change the South, the only other places you were going to go is Miami.
Yeah, exactly. So then your tournament, originally, the main idea is you take your champions from each division, just seed them like you would in a 4-person tournament. 3 games, you're done. You have a world champion. And then you just pick. I was having it rotate. I really like your idea of last champion hosts, so I'm stealing it.
Okay.
And then,
I just thought you were going to put your championship in Saudi Arabia every year.
No. I did think about Vegas every year, though.
Did you promise it to New Orleans and then take it away, or are you just putting it in...
I did consider New Orleans for the South Temple, but I think Dallas is just the correct choice.
Dallas is just bigger, yeah, it is what it is.
So, that is how I would set the league up. I think it's cheaper, gets it done in 2 months. And then again, if this explodes and gets bigger, we can expand and do actual touring teams and everything, like an actual league does. Well, I don't want to say an actual league, but like the bigger leagues do. But is it really that feasible when you're doing so little games in so little amount? Probably not. We need televising. How are we televising this? I don't know. I would love to just say ESPN calls us up and wants to broadcast everything. Something that I definitely think should be done is we should be picking one game every weekend to just broadcast for free on YouTube. Because no one's watching us.
Turner called.
Yeah.
I'm on TNT.
Okay. Like, I'd love to just say Disney calls and we're on ESPN. If not, streaming service, Paint Plus, I'm in.
Paint Plus.
Give one free game every weekend. Just, let's have it. Here's a freebie. You can come in, watch, check us out. I'd like to say that we play in really nice venues dedicated to us, but we're probably not. The Philly team's probably just going to play in some random street corner in South Philly.
I'm sick.
But... it was going to be the 2300 arena.
I'm playing at Wells Fargo, so...
I don't think it would be big enough for Wells Fargo. We might be able to play the Across.
Cinnamon Sin is building a stadium.
Cinnamon Sin's building a stadium.
Big up Mewtwo King.
New Jersey. So anyway, here's my divisions. Again, this is purely geographical. Okay. Trying to keep cities close together, just to make things easier and cheaper for all the travel involved. In the north, I have the Temple City of Chicago, followed by Detroit, St. Louis, Indianapolis, Minneapolis, probably, or its twin, one of the ones up there in Minnesota, and Cleveland.
Take Cleve.
I need Cleveland in my leagues. I don't know why.
Have to.
In the east, we have New York, Philadelphia, Boston, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and Charlotte. Charlotte was originally in the south, and then I couldn't think of another one in the east and didn't want to double up somewhere else again. Didn't want to do a second New York team because that's not fun. In the South, we have the Temple of Dallas, and they're joined with Atlanta, Miami, New Orleans, Nashville, and Orlando. I like putting sports teams in New Orleans.
Yes.
It's fun. Orlando was the last one added. Really wasn't big on having a second Florida team. And also wasn't sure about Miami, but it feels like a very Miami thing to go and play paintball for some reason. Like, it's not the...
Very Florida man type of sport.
So, and then for the second one, I didn't want to do Tampa. I thought about Jacksonville.
You hate Tampa.
I also just hate Tampa. Charlotte was originally there, but again, I moved that over to the east, so I needed to come up with something. And then in the west, we have Temple of LA, joined with Seattle, San Francisco, Las Vegas, Phoenix, Arizona, and Salt Lake City.
Okay.
I love giving Phoenix and Salt Lake City teams because it feels like they could have teams, and sometimes they just don't. Phoenix has a lot more than
you didn't think about Oklahoma City?
No. I did not. Wasn't considered.
We hate Oklahoma City.
Wasn't considered. Kansas City was considered, but I just wanted to run with St. Louis instead.
Love St. Louis.
Some of these were just preferences. So that's the paintball.
Here we go.
We're rocking
I love the round robin idea. I really like that.
I think it's really fun for a small league that's doing less games. Great way to have everyone play each other in that format. It's something that I think makes that format work that I think you can't do unless you dramatically decrease some of these other leagues. And also I just think that this works for both dodgeball and paintball, funnily enough. I just don't think that there's that much immediate interest. And I want to build the interest. We want to build the interest. But I don't think there's that much immediate interest, and I think going, hey, buy a ticket, come see, you're going to see all 6 of these teams play 3 games tonight if you come.
You got
a quick way.
You got unlucky with the sports you got. I got very lucky.
Yeah, you got...
There's billboards for the Wings in Philly, so
yeah.
like I'm... interest is already there.
Because they're owned by the Flyers.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, like, I definitely got one that it's a bit more ground level.
Niche.
People definitely play paintball and play dodgeball, but like pro leagues, which do exist.
Yeah.
It just isn't. The interest level either doesn't seem to be there or isn't there. Could it be there? I don't know. We can try.
We'll see.
But you gotta come up with ways to do it, and I think that's the best. Again, I think the Premier Lacrosse League does it really well with that, just being like, come, you buy a ticket, it's 2 games, you're guaranteed to see your home city team plus other teams play, and we're going to do it because they tour all their teams.
Yeah.
It's just a cheap way to save.
Yeah.
And you can have a good time.
Well, congratulations. I think you did a very good job.
Thank you.
You did the wrong sport, but you pivoted. My man has got a great pivot foot.
Yeah, I tried.
In the paint.
I'm mad I was actually incorrect and actually just put down the wrong one.
Hey, it is what it is. We all make mistakes.
I might do a cut-in on the other episode.
There is no cut.
Like, just the cut-in of, like, by the way, I fucked this up next episode. Just put the Tanner was right there after it's rolled.
I love that. Well.
But this is fun. We should do this again sometime.
Yes.
And actually remember the teams. Or not the teams, actually remember the the sports that we chose.
Yes. Yeah. Very happy. I had a lot of fun putting it together.
That's good. We have to come up with fun stuff and not announce it, so I don't feel like we have to do it this season.
That's fair.
Season 2's coming.
Keep it all down low.
Yeah. I don't know what else.
All right, let's go spend a bunch of time trying to figure out what the Grizzly.
Yeah, like server's done.
Yeah, get some.
Yeah.
All right.
So we have at least one episode after this in the season, maybe more. We'll see.
Yep.
It'll come out like no matter what. Season finale is Super Smash Insanity. That is the season finale. That is the guarantee. When that goes up, season finale.
Season 1 done.
Season 1 wrapped. We're coming in just under 40 episodes. It's pretty good.
That's sick.
Right?
Isn't there 52 weeks in a year?
Yeah.
And we started like a couple weeks into the year?
I think so.
Yeah. We cooked. Yeah. We did a very good job. You're sick.
There was also a lot of missing weeks starting because I didn't get my editing habits down.
Yeah.
But it's all good. We're coming in. We're wrapping up season 1. It's a good season. Box sets pre-order now. That's a lie. Don't go. There's nowhere.
Don't do that.
Pre-order a box set. Unless you really want to. Like, I can spin something up, I'm sure. You can get a burnt CD with no things on it if you Venmo me like $10. Do you have any jokes to close us out? Because mine are bad.
Okay. I don't have a joke,
I already regret this.
but I have a quote. Some people fall in love with your flowers. So when autumn comes and your flowers fall away, they don't truly care about your roots. And then they leave.
Okay. Give me your Mount Rushmore of fall foods.
Mount Rushmore of fall foods. I feel like this is going to be very Thanksgiving coded.
That's fine. This can just be a Mount Rushmore of Thanksgiving foods.
Okay, mashed red skin potatoes.
Okay.
Peak. My favorite thing to eat at Thanksgiving.
All right.
Oh.
This is probably good because this will probably come out around Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I want to say mac and cheese, but everybody's mama thinks they's got a good mac and cheese, but it's not good. I hate to tell every mom in America this. Your mac and cheese is not as good as you think it is. You need to pipe down. You're not nice. You've never been nice. Just because everybody at the dinner table is like, oh, thank you for bringing it. I'm so thankful that you did it this year. You know, it's just such a hassle. That don't make it good. She didn't say one good thing about it. She couldn't. Whatever. I'm beefing about mac and cheese. But probably, like I said, the red skin mashed potatoes. Actually, a pumpkin pie. Gotta love. I'm not a big pumpkin dude, but a pumpkin pie, going crazy. What else? Fall foods. What do I start eating in the fall? I know this might be more winter coated, but it starts coming out in fall. A crisp glass of eggnog when they start selling that in the stores. Hooey doggy, I'm getting crazy.
Ruining my digestive tract.
I love it, but who cares? I'm trying to get crunk.
Say not me. I definitely
I know
care.
we don't care.
Hannah yells at me every year.
And then roast beef with brown gravy.
Ooh,
That I'm about it. I love a good roast beef.
Roast beef is good. Big fan.
Go ahead.
Big fan. Pumpkin pie. It's the first one
Easy.
out. I'm not big on the red skin mashed potatoes. I am big on the mashed sweet potatoes, though. I'm a big yam.
Can I get to the yams? I might have to change my. I'm gonna make it audible. I'm gonna move eggnog out and put it in the winter whenever we do that. And then I'm gonna put in sweet potato casserole when they put the marshmallows and stuff on it and a little bit of that drizzle. Whoo, boy, don't play with me, boy. God damn, I love that shit.
Yeah, so I'm locked in pumpkin pie, mashed sweet potatoes. I agree with your mac and cheese take. I agree. Every family thinks that they have the best mac and cheese recipe.
It's ass.
But Tanner, I'm here to tell you that my family actually does.
Oh,
mac and
yeah,
cheese
sure.
is in.
I'm sure.
And then I'm going to be a little basic for the fourth one. I'm just going to add stuffing. I love a good stuffing.
See, I'm just not a stuffing guy, but I know a lot of people love stuffing. Just not for me.
And I understand that.
Couldn't be me. I'm a baby. I see the broccoli and I'm like, ugh. I see it's green. I'm like, ugh.
Every time I think about you and vegetables, I love the end of podcast nonsense. Every time I think about you and vegetables, I think about the one time I dragged you to hibachi.
Ugh. You don't need them. I am proof that you don't need to eat vegetables. I am massive. I am massive. I am a big, strong lad. I didn't eat vegetables growing up.
You are indeed massive.
Meat and milk. That's all I needed.
You should eat some veggies.
Ew.
They're good for you.
Why?
They're good.
They're not good.
They are. Some carrots?
No.
Carrots.
Now, see, carrots are tight, but I don't like cooked carrots. I like raw carrots. Just hit me with a little bit of that Looney Tunes. Yeah.
Love me some
What's up,
carrots. Hannah gets annoyed. I cook dinner, and I'll cook something. I'll just put some carrots in there. And she'll be like, I'm not mad that the carrots are there. It's just weird.
Why you be doing that, man?
No, it's a stew. You just throw some veggies in there. With some green beans.
I'm not. End the show. See, we have such a good time, and then you say stupid shit like that.
Happy Thanksgiving.